Top 5 Assassins. Ever since the turn of the century, there's been a fascination with people who walk through the shadows and silently handle any task at hand, whether they run across rooftops or camouflage themselves in their surrounding. These sneaky snakes are ready to get the job done without so much as a double take. In this list, we cover the deadliest of deadly and the silentest of silent as we go over our top 5 assassins. Number 5, Altair. Starting off is the original assassin that paved the way for a generation-spanning franchise. The first Assassin's Creed took 12th century Jerusalem by storm when they first introduced Altair, the ancestor of actual game protagonist Desmond Miles. Altair's upbringing into the life of a contract killer was a bar-raising success, with his groundbreaking parkour mechanics and hidden blade that spawned 1,000 real-life recreations. The assassin proves he still has the style and shelf life, with his trademark white robes and an upcoming movie. The Order's strongest student travels from location to location, scouting the area for its seediest of criminals, and taking them back to a simpler time, before they got stabbed. Then you use any one of Altair's expert hiding techniques to escape punishment, making sure he's left as he entered, clumsy and unprepared. If history has taught us anything, it's basically been how to eavesdrop and leap from high ledges to nobody's amusement. Even though Altair's story ended in Revelations, he's still more of an assassin than any of the sequel's protagonists. Number 4, The Smiths. 2005 psychological rail shooter Killer 7 is a convoluted who's who inside one person's psyche. You play as Harmon Smith, a man with the horrifying ability to manifest his fragmented mind into 7 different assassins, each with their own gimmick. You have the professional luchadorism of Mask de Smith, the teen angst of Kaede Smith, and, well, whatever this is.
Handsome thing! Get down!
Killer 7 is about using these split personalities to tackle a threat called Heaven's Smile and finding out who or what is behind it. The game takes you throughout corridors and hallways, aiming down at the Heaven Smile's weak points and gathering as much blood bits as you can from them. The story definitely gets out of hand and metaphorical, but it only adds to the atmosphere and style that Killer 7 already pushes with its choices in art style. The story is deeply satisfying and has a lot of levels that touch on every theme, so it's not surprising to see the depth of each character's personality as you take them out to take out demonic gang members and collect your fallen assassin friend's head off the ground. It's a title you should experience for yourself and yourself. Number 3, Rikimaru. Going back to the days of the PlayStation 1, Tenchu was one of the earliest games to feature stealth, and gave players an experience where you actually felt like a ninja, as you played longtime protagonist Rikimaru. He moves fast and quiet, and has a surprising amount of tools at his disposal. One of the best still is a grappling hook you use to propel yourself to the rooftops, where you can get a good vantage point and plot your next move. The swordplay was fun and somewhat strategic for the time. You could use projectiles. I remember you had to fight some dogs at one point. There was a lot you could do. Feudal Japan made a great backdrop for an action title that utilized both deep combat and stealth mechanics. The Tenchu franchise has been around for some time, and while its momentum may have slowed down, Rikimaru's position as one of the best assassins ever is cemented. Number 2, Thane Krios. You don't get to be called the most skillful assassin in the galaxy without knowing what you're doing. Thane Krios from Mass Effect 2 is a lone wolf with enough inner turmoil and ability to clear the room and managed to be one of the most interesting characters in the series. Upon meeting him in Ilium, you learn Thane is more than just a quiet gun for hire. Krios slowly shares more with you over the course of the game and reveals an entire story that details his wife's death, his religious views, and his own mortality. Suffering from an environmental disease known as Kepral's syndrome, Thane is slowly dying. This doesn't seem to faze him much though. He still uses his time to carry out Shepard's mission against the Collectors. He prefers his action up close and personal, and his combat scenes are some of the best as you play alongside him. You can experience love and adventure with Thane before he ultimately ships off, though it never really feels over. The Drell Hitman is our runner-up. Number 1, Agent 47. Speaking of Hitman, there's nothing that Agent 47 hasn't been able to accomplish. You go around the globe, highlighting and sequestering unsuspecting people of interest. Everything that can be used to trap or kill will be, and disguising yourself to blend into your surroundings long enough to make your next move. It's amazing nobody's caught on to his barcode as a suspicious nuance yet, but it hasn't made 47's job any more difficult throughout the years. So fuck it. A sea of different locations and targets, including all the ways to take them out, gives Hitman a very dangerous playground to work with. There are a lot of options to keep you busy as you ponder over your next target. Agent 47 has shimmied and crawled his way through multiple titles, and proves that when there's someone who needs to be targeted for lots of money, let 47 find an extremely intricate way of completing the job. And that's our list of some of the best assassins that we managed to catch glimpses of right before they disappeared forever. There are other hitmen that have made a name for themselves throughout video games, so let us know about them in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed our video, throw a poison dart at the like button. And if you want to see even more content, click subscribe. Thanks for watching.